Hi guys, and welcome back to another draft on my channel. So this draft, I did so many drafts today just to get a decent draft out for you guys, and I was continually getting awful drafts. I don't know if they've changed something or patched something to do with the drafts, but I was just getting terrible drafts until this one came along. So starting off here, first round is just a standard gold round, and I was thinking not another bad draft because I want to get a video out, and I want it to be a good draft. So we end up getting Dansby or Donald here. Either one is a pretty good pick. They're both really good in their positions, but I'm going to go with Dansby there just because I'm trying to use the middle linebacker a bit more. And we actually end up getting a 99 overall Schwartz here. If you get a 99 overall card, you just can't turn it down. That card looks absolutely incredible. But moving on from that, we get another really good elite round. We get Burnett there, strong safety. It's always good to have those deep safeties in draft champions where people are just going to be lobbing the ball deep, and it's always good to have someone who can stop that from working all the time, because as you all know, spec catch is absolutely insane in this game. Also going to get a cornerback to hopefully help with that so they can keep up with those overpowered receivers. And we actually get Demaryius Thomas here. That's a no-brainer for me. Even if he was up against better players there, would have gone with him because he's a phenomenal card. And we actually get an elite quarterback here. We get Chase Daniel, the mover card. So going to take a quarterback because you need a good quarterback, because the base gold ones just don't get it done. Didn't have any linemen at this point, so going to get the left end in there, just bolster the line up a little bit so I can't get run over all game. And when Jacoby Ford pops up, I'm just going to go straight for him with that 98 speed. That is absolutely phenomenal on a vertical threat. I'm just going to abuse that as much as I can during the games. But we're going into more gold rounds. Going to bolster up the cornerback position. Get a few higher rated cornerbacks in there. Just help out in the passing game, because I can cover the middle and tend to not get overrun too much. But this pick here, all the picks didn't benefit me really. But I'm going to go with the middle linebacker just for a little bit of coverage, on a sort of across the whole linebacker base throughout the game due to when people get tired. Because I couldn't think of doing anything better with that pick. But this is another really nice pick. Des Bryant I could go with. Love the Des Bryant card, but I'm going to go with Barnage because we needed a tight end, and that card performed so well for me. This pick going to go with Vic Beasley because a lot of you guys actually moaned at me in the last video because I said he wasn't that great a card, but I'll give him a try in this and we'll see how he works out. Needed a running back, so Eric Dickerson. I seem to always get Eric Dickerson lately in the draft, but I'm going to go with him. So we get a decent overall draft. It's not the best in the world, but we got that 99 overall Schwartz in there. So for me, that is a really good reason to upload the video for you guys. So jumping into the first game here, this was a really high scoring game. So if you're excited for that, drop a like on the video, because this was such a fun game to play for me, to be honest. But he's starting out with the ball. I'm fine with that. I want to get the defence rolling, sort of get into the game, because I played a lot of games at this point during the day, because I think this was sort of my 6th or 7th draft, because I was just getting so many bad ones. I think one of them I only got one elite round, and I didn't want to upload that. But we're starting on defence. We're playing decently. I'm trying to use the linebacker where I can, but when I'm not feeling confident enough, I'm just going to use one of the linemen and try and stop him that way. As you can see there, obviously didn't work out because he threw it into double coverage. Nothing I could do personally about that. He came down with it, which is just something that happens sometimes. We get a really nice sack there. Actually force him into a field goal. And it's not too far, but it's a reasonable distance. And he ends up just totally missing it, not getting enough power on it. So we managed to pick up the ball pretty much nearly halfway up the pitch. One first down and we're halfway. Going to go with a screenplay early on. Just, get some few easy yards in there because people don't expect a screenplay early on. And, it works 90% of the time, I think, early on in the game. But we managed to, pick up a few yards there, and the fullback just won't fall down. And he actually ends up coming back and we get a 4th down play. So I was feeling, that was really unjust, but I'm just going to QB sneak it in. He's not going to gamble on it. We're going to get that yard, and we're going to try and work our way up the field. So, at this point, I'm trying to see what will work on offense, and I'm just abusing Gary Barnage at this moment in time. I mean, phenomenal receiving threat as a tight end, but he's only got 28 elusiveness, which is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, that's so low. That's like if a guy was sort of lying down on the ground, he'd actually end up running into him or something like that, because it's that poor. But as you can see, every time we're throwing to him, he's picking up a good gain. I mean, his route running, his catching, everything was really good. But at this point, I was just trying to figure out plays that would work. As you can see, the right side, wide open, Barnage there, trying to juke, and whenever I was trying to juke, it just wasn't working out. But it's still, 0-0 at this point. But I get a nice touchdown in there, just starting off the second quarter. So I know, worst case scenario, we'll go into half with ball. We'll have at least a few points on the board to help us through the game. But managed to force him the third down there. I was just going to go with an all-out blitz, try and make him panic. He didn't. He saw, I think he had Jimmy Graham at tight end, who he was thrown to a lot of the game. He had him wide open in the flats, and it worked for him, worked out. And at that point, how is that not a pick? That is, he had it in his hands and just didn't, try and catch it, which just looks ridiculous. But luckily, he's going to go out wide there, and he'll be barely even an inch off getting the first down. Very unfortunate for him there. But it's coming towards the end of the second quarter. I know I can just, play the clock game, get a field goal at worst, try and work our way forward, try and get a touchdown. But when we get ball at half, I know, it'll be at least a 2-possession game, maybe even a 3-possession game if we can get a touchdown here. But once again, abuse Barnage where we can, because it was just working. Why not? But you can see he's wide open over the middle there. We're just going to throw to him. Lovely touchdown. Brilliant time to get it as well, because there's not a lot of time for my opponent to actually score. So we're working our way into the third quarter here. I was just trying to pretty much waste time at this point, because I just wanted to get the win under my belt. But I go for it on fourth down. Should have been a catch there. I mean, either way, probably wouldn't have actually ended up getting the first down, but it's just annoying when they should get an easy catch and they don't. But that's another time. Should have had an interception there. There's so many dropped interceptions in this game. It's absolutely unreal. But he goes for a screen. Strange idea to go for a screen there and throw it over the middle, but we managed to get a stop on him. And at this point, I'm just going to try and run the score up on this guy, because why not? And we got Dickerson there. I absolutely love Dickerson in this game. But using the screenplay, he's going to get a few good, much-needed yards. So I'm just going to try and get Barnage involved. I mean, he's already got 2 touchdowns. Why not try and get him as many as possible? So, as you can see, lovely catch from him there again. He's wide open. Like, it'd be stupid not to throw to him there. And as you can see, on the left, should be wide open with the sort of the way the receiver was running. It meant the cornerback wasn't going to be able to cover the far right-hand side of the pitch. And Barnage makes a phenomenal catch. Ends up getting us another touchdown. So it's 21-0 at this point. He's going to go for it on fourth down. I mean, why not? And he's going to launch it to the right. And we end up getting a brilliant pick there from Cox. I think he ended up getting 2 picks this game, actually. So, really, can't complain about anything there. But we get the ball pretty much in his end zone. I mean, we're so close to it. I just need one gain. Barnage there. He's actually going to weave in and out of 2 players, which isn't something you'd expect to see from him. So it's 28-0, 30 seconds left. I mean, fair play to the guy for not quitting. But once again, he's going to throw it. Throw it on the run. And that's an easy interception there for Cox again. And going to try and get Barnage involved. As you can see, he's flooded the left. I mean, he hasn't got many people on the right. He's not using him absolutely awfully. And Barnage is going to get into the end zone for his 5th touchdown of the game. But the game's coming to an end, so if you guys have enjoyed the video up to this point, drop a like on the like button. Comment down below who you would have actually drafted differently, because I'd like to know who you guys would have drafted differently. Subscribe if you're new, and we end up getting a fumble on the last play there. So insult to injury for this poor guy. But fair play to him for sticking around to the end. Like I said, guys, subscribe if you're new. Comment down below who you would have drafted differently. and I'll see you guys soon for another video.